Hey everyone, hey everyone, hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today we're cringing
with Tom.
I feel like there are two cancerous reactions that a white person can have to the history of racism in the West, specifically America. One of those things is white guilt, and the other of those things is a white victim complex. Bonus points to anybody in the comments who can guess what the subject of our cringe today is exhibiting. Okay, right there. Your song is called Whiteboy, and 1 second into it, you're already Heiling Hitler. It's not a good look.
Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a cross or hit my face with a hood. You can't.
He didn't put your neck in no noose. Oh God, I love the reactions that other people are having to what he's saying. The twist is that none of these people are actors, and they're actually just regular people having a genuine reaction to what he's saying.
My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes.
I refuse to be ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes. Who is saying this to you? Who is saying any of this to you? This is such a straw man. Are you telling me that like somebody's bullying you? Like because
Pretty blue eyes.
someone's bullying you because you're white? Who's bullying you? Are you getting pulled over because you're white? Is that what's happening? You should be getting bullied because of your hair. I'll say that much. Or you should be getting bullied because you're way too fucking old to be in this classroom.
Anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil.
Whoa. The hatred for Caucasians. I can't even handle it. I wake up every morning and I just cry at the edge of my bed, and my wife says to me, "What's wrong, honey? What's wrong?" And I said, "The hatred for Caucasians, it's just weighing down on me. Oh, no one likes me 'cause I'm Caucasian. Oh, I read a BuzzFeed article that hurt my feelings. I feel like the kind of people who would feed into this song are the exact types of people who might see black people getting angry online about things like police brutality and so on and so forth and say, just get over it. Just get over it, man. What are you whining about? Just get over it. Meanwhile, in this guy's head, oh, someone said something mean about white people on Twitter. Ooh. Oh, God. Is this really where we're at? Are white people so fucking sensitive that this is what we've been driven to? White boy, white boy, white boy, white boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I can see it with my white eyes. I get that there are people out there on the internet that don't care much for white people, and they voice those opinions pretty strongly, but like, fuck, grow a pair, dude. Jesus Christ. Like, if that bothers you, welcome to a fucking sliver of what anybody who's ever actually been persecuted has ever had to endure. You pussy.
If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy.
Whoa, he doesn't assume every black person's favorite drink is Hennessy. What? It's weird that he's going to all these lengths to explain that he's not racist, but is anybody really wondering whether or not he's racist? I mean, certainly his decision-making abilities come into question because of the hair and the tattoos. But really?
Letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah. White boy, don't.
Okay, are there people out there who think you're probably racist because you're white, or think a lot of white people are racist and da 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 da? Sure, but God, no matter where you point on the globe, there's probably some people there who are capable of bigotry and prejudice. That's nothing new. What bothers me about this video is that you feel like your experience is so bad and so special that it required a song. All you've been able to do up until this point is just like complain about things that other people have said to you that might have made you feel uncomfortable. You actually haven't pointed to a legitimate piece of I don't know, discrimination. Nobody is preventing you from living the life you want to live. Nobody's preventing you from coming out with this terrible song. Get ready. A sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating and... Oh God. He's like the indignant Macklemore. This is basically the inverse of Macklemore's white privilege. Or it's like I'm listening to Joyner Lucas's I'm Not Racist, but there's not like a part 2, there's not a second part, there's not a point where it flips. We just stay on the idiot's perspective. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and... Yeah, I promise you that your wife or your baby are never going to be put in a position where they're like segregated out of a classroom or forced to drink out of another water fountain or called a racial slur. I promise you that none of that is ever going to happen. No one's ever going to discriminate against your white wife and your white baby. You will be completely fine.
But Anthony, what about this article from Breitbart?
No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads.
It's such a stupid reductionist thing to just sort of boil the entirety of racial injustice in America just down to slavery. There were obviously ripple effects and after effects to slavery. Obviously, we didn't get rid of slavery and just racism just went poof and just disappeared into the air, and then everybody was just like, you know, jerking each other off because, yeah, we love each other now, and there's no racism here. It's like this dude was around during slavery times, slavery got abolished, and then he just got teleported to 2018, and he's like, hey man, everything's cool now because racism's over, slavery got abolished, right? Like, what's up? What's the problem? Why is everybody so mad?
It's all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments.
He's wrongfully convicted. He's literally being convicted. No! Oh, don't be convicted.
Got no patience for Nazis. I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the...
Honestly, I have not run across anybody, at least anybody with any real influence or power over anything, who honestly thinks that the white people, the Nazis, the alt-right who showed up in Charlottesville and so on and so forth is an accurate representation of white people across the board. Sure, are there people on the street who you can find out who have those biases and have those flawed worldviews? Yeah, of course. But like, how is their worldview any more fucking flawed than just about any worldview that you could find from a white person? Congratulations, you've discovered that people are morons. How does it affect you outside of hurting your feelings to the point where you're just like, white boy, white boy?
So don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto.
Is that where it comes from? Because people are like, you're wearing braids on your head, white boy. If in fact that is where it's coming from, I mean, dude, look, at the end of the day, you can do and feel and say whatever the hell you want, despite the fact that it might catch you a little bit of flack because there are other people out there with a difference of opinion. Clearly you're not afraid of that, or else you wouldn't be putting out this song. So if you want to put braids on your head, despite the fact that other people out there might have some feelings about it, then just do it and shut up.
Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody honestly thinks that. Nobody who is a reasonable person with any real power in the world thinks that. Jesus Christ. Who is the target audience for this video? Who are you trying to win over? I love this freeze frame. This fucking dude right here staring at him is just like, again, I have a sneaking suspicion that these people are not actors. They're literally just reacting to how stupid this song is in real time. And they don't even honestly have to put on an act. They're just literally reacting like, man, this dude is really on this shit. He's really saying this shit.
I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
No, I mean, honestly, in a way you kind of are with this song being a part of the problem, because your hurt feelings over some unfair comments that a black person might have said to you are more important and more significant and carry more weight than any actual real life or political injustice that somebody who is another race might be suffering from instead. And going through your YouTube catalog, I'm not seeing a whole lot in the way of songs about unfairnesses that other people might be suffering that you claim to care so much about, that I swear, I'm not the problem. Maybe not in the direct sense, but certainly in the indirect sense by basically forcing this down people's throats by making it all about you. And maybe somewhere in this mess of a song and music video, there is a message of unity and understanding, but honestly, it gets lost in
White boy, white boy.
I think we're going to leave it with that. Over here next to my head is another video that you can cringe at, or hit up the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, forever.